Okay, when I say Ark Raiders is an extraction shooter, you probably think of the fundamentals. And one of the things that comes to mind is seasonal wipes, a fresh start every few months. But Ark Raiders has other plans. Right now, the game is set to launch without mandatory wipes. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? How will it affect the game, and will it keep the tension high enough to last? For hardcore players, wipes bring fresh excitement. But for many others, they can feel like punishment. Like all your effort was erased before it really had a chance to matter. And I think that is a big reason why a lot of players do not even touch extraction shooters at all. Their time would never allow them to progress far enough to actually have fun. Like I said in the intro, Ark Raiders will not have seasonal wipes. Your account keeps moving forward. Your time does not get erased by a calendar date. What you gather stays with you. It is clear Embark wants to keep the game open for casual players without pushing away the hardcore audience. That is not an easy balance to strike. We have already seen what happens when a studio leans too far in one direction, like with Bungie's Marathon. But the approach here feels more measured, like they are trying to respect both sides of the audience. Right now, there is no official confirmation of a prestige system. But it is one of the ideas being discussed in the community. The concept is simple. Instead of a forced wipe, players could choose to prestige. You reset some of your progress in exchange for rewards. Cosmetic items, account-wide perks, or maybe even unique vendor access. Hardcore players could restart whenever they want. Everyone else could keep building without being forced into resets. There are a few strong arguments for it. First, it respects time. Players with jobs and school can keep their progress without a clock hanging over them. Second, it creates a healthier return loop. You can take a break, then come back and still have meaningful progress. Third, the tension of losing gear in a raid is enough. You do not also need to lose everything at the end of a season. And finally, it gives the studio more design freedom. They can add maps, weapons, or events without lining everything up to a seasonal reset. Of course, no wipes is not a free win. In games with permanent progression, the economy can inflate. That means players stockpile so much gear and currency that losing a rifle or armor no longer feels dramatic because they have plenty more in storage. Wipes usually reset the economy to stop that, so loot always feels valuable. Without wipes, Ark Raiders needs other systems to keep tension high. That can be gear sinks, rare keys, rotating trader stock, or high-risk hotspots that lure geared players into danger. If those systems work, the game can keep raids tense without ever forcing a full reset. Most of the community expected regular wipes because that is what other extraction games do. I did too. Personally, I think a prestige option could be the best middle ground if Embark decides to add it. But it would only work if prestiging actually feels meaningful. If all you unlock are cosmetics, many players will never bother, which means the economy still inflates and the tension drops. The rewards have to matter. Account-wide perks, special progression, or even exclusive vendor access. Something that makes hitting reset feel worth it. But what do you think? Should Ark Raiders stay with no wipes at all? Or should the studio go with a prestige path? Let me know in the comments. Hit subscribe and join me for the next one.